what's up? Glad to see y'all back in the saddle once again. I'm going to drop this off to y'all real quick. Just having some night thoughts about the circumstances and the climate that we're in right now in America. Seems like we're in the perfect setup for The Purge. The Purge, the movie. I love that series. But it seems like we could be in the perfect setup for it. It's been quietly but gradually brewing and simmering and festering to that point now. The Purge, if you look at it, the movie, for one day, for a certain period of time, I think maybe from 8 or 9 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning, people are allowed to go ahead and exact revenge, pain, murder, harassment, terrorize anybody they feel, people they may have had grudges with, or just would be innocent people. And they would target people and, just in some of the most gruesome, horrific things that you could think of. What I'm looking at now and just thinking is like, the way that American society is, it's kind of like, we're quick to gaslight people or gaslight groups of people, and we're quick to engage in gang style bully mentality. We're quick to engage in witch hunt type things. We're very big on what do you call it? Not peer pressure, but you know what I'm saying. But basically, like, we're quick to click up against people in groups, and and it becomes like contagious, right? And it becomes contagious, and before you know it, this mob style, lynch mob, gang style, Salem witch trial mentality is going all over the place, and anybody can get it. So now, I'm looking at everything and how, like, when 9/11 hit, what happened? You had a lot of Middle East. God damn, these motherfucking potholes. Excuse me. You had a lot of the Middle Eastern and Arabic citizens in the country that were targeted for hate crimes. They're, scapegoats for being harassed. So that went on for a while, because, in the U.S. eyes, you had like the whole Middle East as the enemy, you had the axis of evil, Then it's, then it was, North Korea. So then, like, a lot of Koreans, whether some people wouldn't be able to distinguish a North Korean from a South Korean just off aesthetic, cosmetic appearance. But you had a lot of people that, because they say that America's at war with them, a lot of people that, had disdain for some of them. Now then you can think about with a lot of the border crossing, although border crossing is not unique to just Mexicans and Latinos. Illegal alien border crossing is the Russians do it. You have Caribbean that do it, Latinos do it. Everybody engages in it, but they always seem to focus on the Mexicans and Latinos that will, illegally come to America. And So, you know, you have a lot of people that really kind of look down and despise and hate, degrade a lot of Mexicans and Latinos here in America. You've already had a history. The annals of history is replete with black and white hatred. Now we got this whole thing that they're stirring up with this black on Asian hatred, which I say I don't think exists. There is no nationwide agenda among black people to hate Asians. That's just not true. I think what you're seeing are individual, isolated events that the media is blowing up and trying to create something. And that's why I say it's dangerous, though, because, see, people start looking at this, then, you know, Asians are like, okay, well, maybe we need to arm ourselves and, you know, and be extra vigilant and, you know, be suspicious of black people. And so now everybody's walking on this thin line. Asians are looking at blacks as potential enemies. Blacks and whites been looking at each other as, you know, potential enemies. You got Latinos and Mexicans being looked at, and we looking at them, and then the Arabics. And so it's kind of like it's the perfect storm for just some purge type stuff to jump off. All you need is the right trajectory, something to set it off. Like, for instance, COVID could have been one. Like, remember when COVID first hit, what happened? You saw how everybody started scrambling for resources greedily, right? Everybody ran to the store and they started over consuming of, you know, water, paper towels, toilet tissue, disinfectant, cleaning agents, everything you can think of, food, rice. You know, it was a scramble for that. And you had to get it while you can. And so you look at how that was and how people were kind of like on their wits' end. Then you think about what happened in Texas about 2 weeks ago when all the energy went out. So all that energy went out, but this was during a snow ice storm, right? And so, yes, people were probably desperate, but it was also so cold that people were out there in the streets because it's so cold. But imagine you had lost energy like that in Texas for a week, and it's about the weather it is now, or let's say it's like in the 80s now, and then you lose all your energy. That's pandemonium, because people now it's not so cold that people have to stay home. People are going to be in the streets, and they're going to be looking for anything they can for resources and all that. And then you compound that with, you know, these different intra and interracial, you know, propped up beefs, and then the scramble for resources to survive. Man, it's the perfect setup for a purge. It's the perfect setup for a purge. Everybody's getting their guns, and, you know, it's hard to find ammunition. It's hard to find any good, you know, firearms. Man, listen, I don't know. That's just my thoughts, and I'm just freestyling. So let me know what you think.